All right, we've been in a bit of a, I don't know if you call it a rut. I don't mind the runs where we lose to the boss, but never making it to the third boss is a little bit decroded. I'll give up 6 max HP to choose my rare, man. And to be honest with you, I think there's a lot to like with Conjure Blade. It does, there's no two bones about it. It requires some setup time. But I'm realizing it pairs so nicely with cards and relics that I like to play with. So do 9, you would be on 32, and then this would do, am I insane? It would do 36. For example, you start with a Miracle in hand. It pairs great with a Miracle. It pairs great with Energy Relics. It pairs great with Ex Machina. Like these are cards I take every time. Like, almost literally every single time. And it's working, it's doing great just to begin with here. I'll take an Empty Fist for sure as well. So I like that. That's the sort of thing. I'm certainly not going to be disappointed about having a Conjure Blade involved in the proceedings here. Now, we're not going to be weak next turn. Eruption Conjure Blade, or Eruption Expunger, I should say, probably just kills you. It definitely just kills you. But obviously, I am looking at this. Like, if I could get an Ex Machina, most likely time... Can't believe this is what I'm playing, but... most likely time would be after the first boss. If I could just get that to come to pass. I just want to see what it would look like if I were to hit him with it. Then... I really think we got the sort of Conjure Blade that dreams are made of. I would take another Empty Fist. It's just a decent attack in this house. That's bad face, man. Starting each combat with 1 weak, that is bad. I know it says 50% good face, 50% bad face. And I promise I'm not one of these guys that's like, I always get the bad outcome. Because on a lot of the events in this game, I think I do as well as... you could expect, you know? I don't think the numbers are lying. Let's put it that way. But on that one, on that one specifically, I think the numbers are lying. Because I seem to get a lot of bad face, or like stealing an item from a chest. And I seem to get a lot of bird face, where you just, it's a neutral outcome. I don't know if that's considered good face, and maybe that's what's skewing the metrics for me. This does 9, this does 8, okay. This is actually a pretty good fight. I mean, starting each combat with weak is pretty bad, but... whatever. We do what we can, right? We do what we must because we can. Anyway, this cake is great. It's so delicious and moist. You know what we need? And I can't believe it took me this long to think of it. We need to hit a shop with a reasonable amount of money and get Chemical X. Because then we can play Conjure Blade even for 0 and feel pretty good about it. I mean, you gotta get... your fist has got to be emptied, brother. I want to go in on this turn, but I don't think we can. Because I gotta put up enough block. I guess I don't have to. Let me take a Pikachu here real quick. So just Empty Fist and then play a basic defend. Conjure Blade for 1. I mean, it's like a bad attack, but still gets the job done. It's not even it's not as good as it could be. I'm not adding a cut through fate, okay? Because all I can say is I've been adding it and the runs have not been going well. Now, does that mean it's cut through fate's fault? No, not at all. Not at all. But I'd be a fool to not recognize the correlation, whether it's causative or otherwise. Okay, worst turn 1 of all time. You got a scrawl? You got a scrawl on that one? It's heinous. It's a heinous turn. Is it possible that I could just go in on you? Like, what if I were to Vigilance? Eruption. I guess you'd rather just erupt then. Or Vigilance? No. You gotta figure something out. What do I have to do to put you in a bad spot? I've got to do 23 damage to you. Okay. This does 9. And this does 16. Okay, so we should just... This is a turn on which to go in. And you can still guarantee at least an attack next time that's going to do 18 damage. Or you guys aren't doing anything. You've decided to just let me destroy you. You've decided to let me end your life. Sad, man. Not up for discussion. Now you gotta pay the toll. We gotta end you. You gotta end your life. It's gotta be like... It's not a great turn one. Let's be realistic here, but... Then exit the stance. This guy has got to be like our worst nightmare, right? Because we have to take a turn of setup to get Conjure Blade going. Actually, can I be honest with you? Maybe it's completely fine. Next turn, we're guaranteed to draw a lethal Expunger. It's as lethal in 12 different ways. What did I tell you? Gain a block for each card in your hand. Mighty interesting. And now a Meditate. And a Meditate that can come back and it can give us an Eruption and a Calm Enabler. Okay. Hang on now. This is the perfect fight for us. Because we can take one turn to just set up the most beautiful Expunger of all time. And then the dream would be we also get like... Well, you know what? What are we drawing? We're drawing Crescendo next turn. I'm like, the dream is probably Expunger, Meditate, bring back Expunger. And it'll do 90 damage next turn. Yeah, this is the dream. And you gotta be a real thinker for this one. So Meditate, bring back Expunger. You might as well bring back an Empty Fist for damage. But I'm pretty sure we have you lethaled. As we play Crescendo, Crush Joints, Expunger. Oh, you're done. It wasn't even close, man. Indignation is a tempting card. But I almost feel like we subtract via addition right now. Which is my way of saying we want to make sure we're drawing the Conjure Blade early. So the less cards we have, the easier it is to do that. Like on this turn, for example, is a great time to frickin' do it. It's only 4 times here, but still. And then, dude, you didn't even think about it, but Cloak Clasp. Cloak Clasp is going crazy for you. You know, I mean, I could attack you, or I could just keep these guys around as blocks. Yeah, I'm gonna attack you. That's not the calculus on that is all messed up. So you definitely want to expunge. I think we want an expunge on regular stance, and then like a defend meditate that brings back an expunger. I don't want to crescendo it if we're gonna take a bunch of damage off of it. We can do eruption, expunger, exit the stance, still take no damage thanks to Cloak Clasp. Okay, and now I feel like we're cooking. There's a little bit of cookery involved here. We should have played Empty Fist instead of Bowling Bash. Small mistake, but a mistake nonetheless. It's dude. Please God, Ex Machina and an Energy Relic. Ex Machina, the Master Reality could be pretty good too, and an Energy Relic. Big 10 hands and a motherfucking hoop, man. Okay, so we got exactly what we wanted to see. I would absolutely love to see this early shop. I don't care if I'm locking myself into the path. I'm okay with it. And what do we want to see? You already know what we want to see, bro. Don't be cringe. We want to see Planet X. This, and then I think I just want... I'll take Eruption as well, but I want Bowling Bash back for sure. It's easy to manage the birds with Bowling Bash. Chemical X, Chemical X, Chemical X. Dota 2, Dota 2. You guys know what I'm talking about? You might. You know, you mean the game? No, not the game. I'm talking about the videos, man. The game within the game. You guys are doing 15 damage. I can definitely just end your life, and then I'm certainly not taking damage. And we could even draw Bowling Bash on the next turn if you even have the stones to do anything, which you probably don't. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'd love to play some of these cards, but taking 1 damage by holding all the cards in hand, that seems better to me. I think I'd be a fool to alter the terms of the deal any further. This feels blessed. Something about this feels right. You are going to need some blocks at some point. A perseverance, one perseverance to get the spot. Chemical X. But bottled flame. I was about to put bowling bash in hand. Okay, I got too excited. Think about it. Do I want bottled flame? Like, what would I want to start with in hand? I mean, you could do worse than a bowling bash, man. It's really... We don't have any AoE. I think it's a little crazy, I'll admit. Especially because we start weak, but... I don't think it's totally decroded. Now, obviously, it's not great against these guys, but... Okay, well, I mean, you just screwed me on this one. How about a defense? How about 2 defense? Even better. Retain plus cloak clasp. It's a synergy I never even considered, man. This is a weird one. I miscalculated by 1. That's okay. But this is what it's all about, man. This is what it's all about right there. Oh no, I missed one. You're dead. Tranquility is interesting. I just feel like it's kind of a... It's a card that gets you out of a jam, which is not good if you have the mindset of just, I won't let myself get into a jam. But that's... I guess it's kind of like driving without a seatbelt on and being like, I'm just not gonna crash. So here's a crazy play. Let's go Miracle Meditate Bowling Bash Empty Fist. This turn's just gonna suck. Like we drew a block, so like we're gonna simmer on that one. How about emptying your fist real quick into the opponent's face? How about ensuring that you have died? So we gave up a little HP, but like we're cooking. We are cooking. Look at this. The cooking has begun, man. I'm not gonna say it can only get better from here because that's madness, but okay, actually we're kind of getting our blank pushed in. It's a shame too because I need to upgrade Bowling Bash in order to feel good about... Oh man, nah. In order to feel good about having made it my Bottled Flame. Like I'm literally sitting out here with an unupgraded card as my Bottled Flame, which is very troubling. You know what? Don't even sweat it. You got Fairy in a Bottle. That's why you get Fairy in a Bottle. It's for this exact scenario. This sucks. 14 damage, okay. Be nice to draw the Expunger pretty quick. Is this our time? I can kill you. You're gonna hit me like for a lot though. But if I don't, it has to be done, bro. Don't do this to me. You wouldn't do this to me, and you wouldn't download a freaking car, man. Everything's falling apart on the hallway fights. That's all right. We just call that optimum potion usage here. Oh man, okay. Rest, though it pains me to do so. Rest. Toss me a protect. A shop. You do not have chemical X. I'm gonna thin my deck a little bit more. This time I'm gonna cut a basic defend. The deck keeps getting stronger and stronger over time. Now you are a sack of, you're 12 pounds of crap in a 10-pound bag, buddy. I don't like you very much. I'm gonna bash you with bowling. I'm gonna empty a fist. I'm gonna bash you with bowling. I'm gonna strike you. I'm gonna meditate, empty fist, and bowling bash back, and I'm gonna pray that you don't do that much damage on the next turn. You know what would hit the spot, man? Weakness. I very rarely add, like, any form of weakness to the deck. I gave up 2 block to get 3 block. Just the way it is, man. It's just the way it is. Hold those miracles. What are we taking? 2 damage? It's gonna sting. Okay, you know what? We gotta start thinking of ourselves more as a glass cannon style build. With that in mind, it doesn't get any better than apparitions. If that's what we're dealing with, then it doesn't get any better than apparitions. You play your apparitions to allow yourself to get to the Conjure Blade. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, you're starting to cook a little bit. It'd be nice if I wasn't weak on turn 1, no? How could they do this to me, man? You could play a Perseverance here. And then a bunch of miracles. Oh, you filled my deck with absolute dog shit. But you also filled my deck with an Expunger. And we've got the Protect in hand. Okay, yeah. No Expunger? Is this a laugh? Is this the sort of thing where you're having a giggle at my own expense? Expunger. I can't believe I'm playing it like this, but you know what? It just means we got time to draw it again in 2 turns. 26 damage. Get a life. Get a life immediately. I sentence you to get 1 life, and mine doesn't count. Yeah, I'm all in. Go ahead. Not exactly the sort of stuff I'm hoping to see. We lived. Ooh, where's my Expunger? Love to see Expunger. Not the best turn for Apparition. Where's my Expunger? It doesn't exist, boys. It doesn't exist. Okay, I gotta do something. I gotta do something. I mean, meditate's gonna. I think we're dead, man. I think we're dead. There's nothing we could even come close to doing there. I'm going to admit to you that one stings, because I really thought that we were honestly going to the moon on that one. I will take the swap. Doubled potion efficacy? I don't even have any potions, man. How could you do this to me? I need help here. I'm not kidding around. I need some support. Don't attack on the same turn. This is like, honestly, this is abandoned run territory. Oh, man. Oh, no. Okay. Recenter yourself, all right? Recenter yourself. At the very least, you know when enemies have 1 HP for 3 combats, you know you have a chance to get your run off to a good start. That's very nice, for example. Don't really want to master reality, but if we take one early, we could think about carve reality's pretty nice. Brother, you know what? I mean, carve reality is going to create an upgraded smite, I guess. I guess we do commit to it. It's an encouraging start, I think. And we'll take a tantrum. It's nice to have like a recurring wrath enabler. I would have loved to have taken the brilliance straight up, but okay, we'll remove that basic strike early. Now let me think. Are we cooking here? Let's give it a try. Liquid Memories seems very. Oh right, you're free. Of course we want to fight elites. A vault. Interesting. Master reality for free. I mean, we have energy problems, so this makes sense to me. Liquid Memory seems good against you. So what do we want Liquid Memories for? I mean, like a second carve reality is probably what I'm thinking, personally. Put the smite in hand. So with Tantrum or with Eruption, it's going to do 32 damage. I mean, you'd be silly not to play your Vault here, right? Like, this is... It's free. And then... Next turn... You're dead. Holy cow, boys. I do like Empty Fist. I do like Halt as well, even though I don't take it as much as I should. I do like receiving 300 gold. Let's go cheaper Eruption. There's lots of stuff to upgrade early on, okay? I don't want to... We're rich already. Let's not add a curse to our deck and ruin our lives. Early credit card. That's a given. To be honest with you, I think I want a wheel kick. I think I love... Honestly, question card this early can really allow me to choose what's coming up. So I think like the world is my oyster there. And especially because everything's like half price. We're getting a lot of value out of that shop. My goodness. Is this real? I would take a second Carve Reality, sure. Now, you guys might be like the worst fight for us, but still... I mean, it still seems pretty freaking good. Because, like, can I demonstrate for you why it seems pretty freaking good? That kills you. We get extra decks. This Smite kills you next turn. We just gotta find a way to exit stance. Or not even, maybe? I hate to do it. But let's do it, man. I'm probably gonna get a potion anyway. Tori! So nice to see you! Now, I do like Talk to the Hand. I do, man, I do. But I also feel like Meditate gets us out of Wrath and can put, like, a Carve Reality back in our hands. Now, if we were cooking on the last one... The house is on fire in this one. But, like, complimentary. I don't think we play Vault yet. We don't... It's not the turn where we need it. I kind of wish that I'd played Vault, I suppose. This does 16... Yeah, I mean, we're gonna take a hit. That's okay. Let's just put a Carve Reality and an Empty Fist back in my hand. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I'd prefer not to take damage, but it's not like that. It's not that big of a deal here. This does 18. So we had 2 Smites. I think your dream is playing the Smites when he flips stance again. But that would require us to have a block, which is apparently, like, not possible. So... I know I have blocks in the deck, so I don't know why they're treating me like chopped liver, but that's okay. It's normal for a guy like me. Now, next turn, how about a Tantrum, and then we Smite to our heart's content? You're so freaking lucky, and you don't even know how lucky you are. Because could I knock you out of your stance? Of course I could. I could do it. It wouldn't even be the sort of thing that would affect a guy like me. But if I was doing double damage. You wouldn't want to see what would happen. Let's just put it that way. Vault me. It's more like it. I'll always play a Carve Reality, man. And, well, anytime it makes sense, at least. And then maybe, like, Meditate. Like a Tantrum and a Carve Reality up to the top here. It's gonna be one heck of a turn next time. Probably this. Then this, then this, and this, and then your life's over with exact change. Keep the change, there isn't any. Okay, am I crazy, man? It's Ex Machina. It's always been Ex Machina. It always will be Ex Machina. Your Judgment's good, but like my Carve Reality already does basically that much once you factor in the Smite. Exit Calm grants you additional support. Or do you go all in, man? Or do you go... Half price, I feel like I can't take Ectoplasm. I guess I am exiting Calm fairly regularly. And I have removed a couple of Defends already. Maybe a couple of Strikes already. I think that's the right choice, though it's a touch spooky, I'll admit. It would be nice to start in calm for sure, because like I mean this turn's hidden like a truck. Guys, like what? Sorry, we got meat on the bone, which means we got sustain. Okay, note to self. We need more block. Or draw to get the block that we have. Because I swear, like, there is... Inside of this deck... there is damage, man. There's damage in the deck. Or there's block in the deck. We appear to be incapable of drawing it appropriately, but it can't always be bad luck. Like we lost like 20 HP. Oh, but meat on the bone brought us back. Okay. I like Deceive Reality. Very flexible. And it'll be upgraded, you genius. Get these 2 strikes out of here. You take the good with the bad. I mean, every attack added to your deck is going to be upgraded, but are we going to be adding that many more attacks? Wouldn't we rather duplicate something incredible? Like what? like a meditate? Like a Ex Machina? Maybe we'd rather do neither. Maybe we'd rather get 2 energy every 3 times we shuffle our draw pile. Maybe we'd rather get that and shuffle your discard pile into your draw pile and draw a card. Maybe I'm crazy, man. Oh, I can't afford it. Well, it must be good. It was expensive, okay? Honestly, on this one, I'll give him 18 gold. I don't even care. That's nothing when we got an elite fight that we're forced to do after this. That seemed like a sensible choice to a guy like me. Okay, having a safety in hand totally changes the game for us. Let's find a way to X his stance. That was very risky, but you've served me well on that one. And we got extra decks. Oh, well. How about give me a Miracle Meditate. Maybe like Tantrum Empty Fist. And that gives us a lot of energy to work with. I'm realizing the potential power of 2 meditates, by the way. Because we could meditate a meditate back in hand and like truly wonder why we're not going infinite. When it feels like we should be going infinite. But for some reason we're not going infinite. Yeah, that's the ticket. Let's be sensible here. I'm stunned that we're taking 1 damage. That felt like it should be a lot more. I'm very appreciative of the fact that we're only taking 1 damage. Oh my god, we're taking 0 damage? Okay, this is real, man. Give me a Perseverance too. Another goated retain. Don't rest. And the reason we don't rest is because we have meat on the bone. So we can afford to get a little bit sillier with it, hopefully. Ma Bank, also good for the money. There's got to be something here, right? Like, I guess it's literally the 2 cards in my hand. Or in my discard pile, yeah. I didn't even look at my discard pile. I just figured there must be something half decent in there. Everybody makes mistakes. Huge. Alright, get mogged. I do tend to like a 3rd eye. And then... White Beast statue. And then... Everything needs to be upgraded. But Ex Machina is the easiest one to understand. This will determine whether or not we do the elite fight. This could be a pretty nasty fight. Let me start with like Distilled Chaos. That pulling 3 blocks is unbelievably good. Thank you so much for your support. I couldn't have done it without you. Wait, we got five cards in hand is okay. All right. then we'd like to probably... We need to go in on you. We need to ruin your life. We need to end your existence. Make some space. That's a big one. Kind of like some people might describe that as a so-called win condition. We deceive reality and substitute our own. Meditate a wheel kick and an eruption back in our hand. It was a beautiful situation, man. Okay, on this one, I told you the house was on fire. I told you, don't touch me. I'm a real live wire. I told you, psycho killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Fa 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 fa. Now, you don't attack this turn. Take a turn off. You've been working hard. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that more than you could possibly ever know. You deserve what you just got there. And then meditate. We're going to need some stuff. Give me a bowling bash because you're summoning. You need the tantrum on this one. Bowling bash goes crazy then. A smite and an empty fist. A safety and a third eye. I mean, we don't need consecrate. We could find a more valuable card, I'm sure. And then 33 block. It's absolute cinema. Erupt. Tantrum. Vault is not required. Give me a meditate and a bowling bash and an eruption. There'll be a tantrum anyway, I guess, but... Holy cow. And we're approaching divinity very, 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 very slowly. Get smoked. Get smoked even further. To smoke even further beyond. Okay. Another vault buys us a free turn. I'll empty fist on you just because then I can go like eruption, empty fist on the next turn. Man, we're making it through without getting hit. He didn't get to do anything. Are you kidding me? Fairy in a bottle. I don't know why I said it like that. Fairy in a bottle. I think we're chill. Tantrum bowling bash. We take those. Another shop. Start each combat in calm. Exactly what the frick a guy like me is looking for, but also delve for him. Starting in calm gives us like more momentum because we can generate extra energy off turn one. Deviform. Also amazing. We don't have enough draw. Well, we have some draw. Brother, I think that's the play. Stings a little bit to not get the Deviform, but I think this helps us a lot. Like, watch what it's going to do for us in turn one. Now I'm on 5 energy. What are you going to do about that? Now you're dead already. Now, if you had been attacking on turn one, it might be a bit of a different story, but you're not, so who cares, bud? Who cares? I was gonna say none attacks, huh? That would have been a little devastating, but like, give me a strength potion. I'm willing to roll with it. We got Pantograph, right? We don't have Pantograph? Okay. You know what? We have Fairy in a jar, so I'm content with this. Now we get the meditates, bringing the meditates back. I'm content to say I saw her face and I'm a freaking believer right now. I didn't even mean to play that. I was playing way too fast. I'm not saying I'm guaranteeing a win. I'm merely saying I think we're more well-positioned than we have been a lot recently. It's a beautiful vault. Anytime you get a chance to build that dex up, I mean, you gotta take it, man. Hold this. Oh, but we gotta do something because we're gonna end up with too many cards. This is what's coming up next. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hate to do it, but it's kind of gotta be done to give us the space to have a beautiful turn. So we know we're drawing Tantrum next time, but if you take Eruption Vigilance, then we can go like calm, wrath, out of calm, wrath, out of wrath, calm, wrath. You know, like, you see what I'm saying here? You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? And then we're drawing. Drawing 2 meditates is not the dream, but that's okay. Wheel kick eruption is the dream. Because next turn you might be attacking, but then you're not even attacking. You're wasting your whole life. You're not doing anything. What are you doing, man? You're not doing anything. You're doing nothing. So I should be beating the crap out of you right now. We got miracles and everything. Holy. Like, you're not attacking next turn. You're going to take a turn to, like, purge your debuffs. That means I'm going in to the extent that I'm able to go in, which is unfortunately very little. Next turn, we probably don't want to see Tantrum, if I'm being honest. We want to see a way to exit Wrath so that we don't die in one hit. They hooked us up. This does 24. This is a reasonably good block. Then Meditate brings back the defense. Take a little bit of damage, but nothing serious, man. We have 2 safeties in hand. One of them blocks for 23? I'm going to the moon. Okay. Divinity's still a long way away. I need to see this. And, I mean, next turn, I think we're pretty much in. We're going to draw ways to exit stance. So, oh, but maybe we're only going to draw 4 cards. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You got him. You got him dead to rights. Very good fight. Still got Fairy in a bottle. Now, this is the Deva form. Deva form and an energy relic, and we genuinely, like, have a chance. No more smithing. I'm willing to accept it. I think having this much energy is going to help. We play what, 2 powers? 2 powers is not, but remember, you got to fight 2 bosses. You got to fight 2 bosses. I do feel like we should engage in not cowardice. We should probably be a little aggressive here. Now, it would help me be a little aggressive if we could draw some block. I don't necessarily have like 100% control over whether or not we draw block. I'm just kind of like a vessel. I'm doing what I think I can, at least. And you meditate the meditate back. Are you seeing it? There's layers to this, man. Get out of here. Get back into here. Honestly, we can't play them both. I would rather say Vault, play Meditate. Bring back a Meditate. Eruption, Wheel Kick. I mean, we drew the worst cards in the worst order, and we're still out here pogging. 2 fairies in a bottle. Nothing can stand in our way. Honestly, removing a curse is going to be pretty cheap, but I don't want an innate one. I think I would rather... Like, Madness could be decent for us, but we have the energy base to pay what we need to pay. I'm sacking the 3 max HP. I hate spikers, man. I hate spikers. Am I really meditating at the end of my turn? What, to bring back a defend? No, man, we won't be doing that. Thank you, Tori. This is perfect. You guys just got baited, just so you know. I know you thought you were doing a lot of damage to me. I actually only let you do a lot of damage to me to activate Meat on the Bone. So, it's gonna sting a little bit, but you know what? You got outplayed by the best of them. I wouldn't worry about it too much. It happens, kid. How about some blocks? The 6 block. As long as we need to play Deceive Reality as much as possible. As long as we can play Deceive Reality, I'm not sweating this, because the spikers are annoying, but we have ways of getting around it. Do we have ways of getting around it? We have ways of frickin' making it slightly less painful. Perseverance is still popping, right? I can still hit you with 2 of those. closing in on one of them being dead, which is going to be probably less than halfway there if you think about it, but that's okay. Wheel kick is nice for the double damage, and the defends are nice as well, unfortunately. 16 damage, perfect. How about you? Well, we got some miracles ready to pop. What are you doing with your energy, though? Bring that back into my hand. Bring this back into my hand. We're gonna get there. It's just gonna take like a really, really annoyingly long time. And that's been very common for me on this fight recently. I can't even hit you 3 times. Now can I hit you 3 times? Oh my god, it does it 4 times because I upgraded it. Oh my god. I hate you. I hate you so much. Are you doing 40? You're doing 30 damage? Brother. Get this trash out of my game, man. He's gonna make me pop my fairy in a bottle, dude. No, he didn't. Okay, okay. It stings, man. It stings. Hang on. Hang on. We're so close. I can taste it. Give me perseverance to see reality. We got 700 energy to use each turn. By the way, note to self, if in the shop you see... Hold. If in the shop you see Conjure Blade, it's non-negotiable. It's on site. You have to take it. I mean, you gotta take Flash of Steel here. We need the draw. Has there ever been a more cowardly third floor, by the way? Like, we're holding 2 fairies in a jar. That's so embarrassing. So you're doing 30, and I'm putting up 34. Okay. No, more than 30. No. Yeah, 34. You got it. You got it. Crunch the numbers. Don't be embarrassed. Just trying to figure out, like, when I need to make moves and when it's not necessary to make moves, because Fairy in a Jar is going to be used no matter what. Insane vault turn. I think, assuming we don't take 12 damage off of it. No! How could you, man? Okay, we're still cooking. I know it seems like we're not cooking. We've been accused of no longer cooking. I'm telling you, we're still cooking. It has the appearance of a run that's all falling apart. What have I done, brother? I thought, oh, we do have a way to return to our stance. That's right. And you have, like, infinite energy. Not that that's necessarily the most important resource right now. I don't even know what we're going to be stuck with here. That seems okay. 6, you're doing 25. Okay, so we used both of our potions. That's good. I wouldn't want to think that we, like, you know, we're just holding them for no reason. We held them to be used, so... And then we got some more back. Give me that upgraded protect. Okay, this is what it's all about right here. Big plays. Big plays. Not so big plays. That play was around normal. And then meditate. Honestly, you probably just want, like, Empty Fist, Third Eye. We're not doing a whole lot of damage next turn, because he's going to be intangible anyway. And a billion burns in the deck. Not super thrilled about that. You could vault, but we got a great hand for, like, defense. Perseverance, Ex Machina. Consecrate is like a dead draw. Like, I don't even want to talk about how Consecrate ended up in our deck. If I was the idiot that added it, then I apologize. You guys deserve better than that. Some block. Okay, I mean, we gotta... Obviously, we need to play that. Let's at least get this out here. Well, let's meditate an eruption and maybe a vault just in case things like... Because we're a little light on HP, to put it nicely. I would rather not Devaform if I can avoid it. But I'm like scared. I'm not gonna die to burns. I'm gonna be very close, but I'm not gonna die to burns. That's not helpful in the slightest, man. Wait, but you're gonna be intangible next turn. We need those two. Oh, brother. Just let me live, please. I've been through a lot trying to finish up the Watcher. We definitely want Tantrum next turn. With Tantrum, we don't need too much to kill you. I don't know if we have it, but we don't need too much. Yeah, we definitely do not have it. I mean, it sounds psychotic, man. Maybe I could kill you next turn by just playing 11 different attacks. I don't think so. Listen to yourself, man. You're talking nonsense. Bro said I'll just play 11 attacks. What are you talking about? Now, we could definitely block for 21. That's not even, like, up for discussion. And then we're, like, destined to kill you next time. I don't know how much longer we're gonna live after that. But, like, you're definitely cooked, and I got to keep my potion. A campfire. Okay, we just... Conjure Blade. Conjure Blade in the shop. Conjure Blade in the shop. Can of corn. Can of corn, and I'll be alright. Drawing Devil Form early is it's a revelation, man. That's a dream come true. That's a big play. I know it looked like a risky play, but it's not really a risky play. Because he's doing no damage on this turn anyway. The boy. The run is anointed. We're officially back. Give me a Meditate. Deceive Reality. Flash of Steel. We got too many motherfucking cards in our hand, brother. You got way too many cards in your hands. Well, play them. What can you say? You gotta play them. I'm just hoping we could win a game. You're doing 40 damage? Yeah, I'm not really gonna, like, play with fire here. You just dump a miracle so you can actually draw the cards that do stuff next turn? Love to see those. I'm gonna go ahead and exit my stance, and then we'll vault on it, because I had a feeling a Tantrum was coming up, which allows me to then go in on you. Hopefully ruin your life, if you don't mind. Come back. How about a Wheel Kick and a Carve Reality? Draw Tantrum. My God, somebody up there likes me. I know this sounds crazy. I could probably just kill you, right? But, like, what if I could instead take 1 damage? 26, hang on. 34, 42. 42. Take 3 damage so that I can heal for 12. No, this is actually the perfect amount. Also, my math was so scuffed. I didn't even... Don't worry about it. That's as good as it could have gone, I think. We probably need the Fear Potion more. Maybe, honestly, like a mental... But that's another power! That's another power! Horn Cleat, let's go! No Chemical X. We do want to remove the curse, right? Didn't we have a curse added to it? Am I crazy? That was 12 runs ago, brother. You're entering a fugue state. Power attack skill in the same turn removes all of your debuffs? I don't know, man. I mean, fasting Deva mode, see, but that's another power. That's true. Can't afford them both. Give me the finesse then. We have to fight an elite. I'd rather fight the non-buff one. And this is what it's all about, fellas. This is what it all comes down to, my friends. Is that everything's gonna be fine, fine, fine. Because I got one hand in my pocket, and the other one's asking, what the heck do I do about this? Consecrate, meditate. We want meditate. We definitely don't want consecrate, because it's trash, and we don't want Ascender's Bane. Okay, things are going to get mighty interesting, mighty quick. Get smoked on. Obviously, you also need to be smoked. Not stirred. 46 block. We're pogging. I can't believe it. Give me an eruption, and a deceive reality is just like an insurance policy, man. Okay, 10 damage to the Reptomancer. We're in there. No attacks? Are you kidding me? You're gonna blow yourself up anyway. I've purged all my debuffs, apparently. You're doing 25? I missed the part where that's my problem. Okay, things are getting mighty serious here, man. Huge. And then, huge. And then you're dead. 5 energy remains. Yeah, well, this is what happens when you chew 5 gums, so get used to it. You son of a gun. Guess what, buddy? Get vaulted on. Now we're really in the mix. Now you're in a lot of trouble. Take some of that. In theory, that's where my good cards would have been drawn, but alas, it doesn't always go down that way. We have a way to X his stance. It's important for a guy like me, especially at my age. Flash of Steel does 6. Get cooked. Get cooked. Play your blocks. You're going to do 34 damage. It's honestly light work. Bring back a Meditate and an Eruption. This is going so much better than I thought it possibly could have. And this is it, right? You're cooked. You're done. You're useless. Bottled Tornado. Give me Inner Peace for more draw. And put Deva Form in my starting hands. Obviously, you got to feel the burn turn 1. And, I mean, one thing we've all been saying. I mean, if we've been saying it once, we've been saying it for years, man. Nobody in Parkour City jumps for the beef. You know what I'm saying? I know you know what I'm saying. I know you're picking up what I'm putting down. I mean, Mental Fortress, Meditate, Eruption, Carve Reality. It's over for you. We just meditate the meditates and the Carve Realities back. Like, that's a joke. You know that, right? You know that's a joke. And then we might as well stall you for 1 turn. Because it just gives us more time for Deva Form to pop. Get some more stuff in your hands. Honestly, you should just get rid of these. We don't need to see them anymore. We got Deva Form, we don't need to see them. Put some good stuff in your hands. There's no reason to, I mean, I guess we could exit stance to meditate and then go Eruption, Carve Reality mode again. I don't even know what's going on in my hand right now, man. Take a look at these hands. It's passing in between us or whatever. These are the hands of a government man, my son. I almost think that there is a realistic chance that we could actually do 999 damage to you. I'm not committing to that. I'm just saying. Like, you're already 400 HP down, and it's not getting any better for you. Now, it's not getting much worse. Is the other aspect of that, I suppose. Hang on. What are you doing there? What do you think you're doing there? 8 damage. No. We'll be saving this smite for the future. Just play a basic defend instead. I'm not. Why, there's no need for me to become calm. I'm doing just fine being angry right now. You are doing 68 damage. That's kind of a serious chunk of change. Not that serious, though. Masterfully handled, my good man. Fairy in a bottle again! Vault me makes Deva form pop off even more. I'm telling you, man, the odds of this happening are near zero. But if they could just give us a Conjure Blade, it would hit the spot so insanely. My God. It's full of motherfucking stars, dude. Are you seeing this? They haven't even gotten to do anything yet. They're talking about like how unfair it is. I never thought I'd say this. We need some extra attacks in this deck. We should just dump our miracles on this turn. Again, we have too much energy. It's a quality problem to have, but I have one attack, man. This is a sick joke. Bring back attacks. Thank you. You've done as I've asked. I will never forget you. 36 damage. I can get there. I can find a way to get there. What do you think? This feels good, right? We're doing a little bit of damage, although not as much as I would like, but we're surprisingly resilient. Pen Nib, I probably won't use appropriately, but that's okay. Now, you have to play Deva form. You have to play all your powers, so you just gotta accept that that's the cost of doing business. We can't really vault on this turn. That's fine, because Bowling Bash is like, it's pretty effective, but yeah, 19, I prefer to not take 19 damage, but you gotta play your setup cards. I don't know what you want me to say. Now on this turn, given the circumstances, we definitely vault. I still think we have to play a Mental Fortress. And then Consecrate. We're working here, okay? We can go this mode. We can become calm. Should we do? I don't think there's any reason to do that. Let's do it anyway. I don't know. It just felt right, man. I don't know what to tell you. Now, so we're taking a hit. I see the problem here. That's all right. 5 cards in hand. Meditate an Inner Peace back. And an Empty Fist. Okay. We take 9 damage. In a perfect world, that'll be the last damage we take. Play all your miracles to make space in your hand. Inner Peace. Erupt. Smite. This is our dex building turn. And I'm not talking about Pokemon. Shouldn't have exited stance yet. Screwed it up in a big way with the Pen Nib, okay? You're doing 40 damage. It's a sick joke. We're going to be taking an Eruption and an Empty Fist. We might just want to take Inner Peace. We're going to pop out of this. Draw Third Eye. So, we need to enter Calm. We want to see like a Meditate, basically. Draw. Bowling Bash. It's not what you want to see. Hit me. Hit me. I did it in the wrong order again. Honestly, I would take 1 damage to preserve our retained defense that are like an order of magnitude more than that. Wheel Kick. How about something that allows me to enter Wrath? 2 Meditates. Stings, brother. Stings. It's alright. Meditate. Like a Wheel Kick. And an Empty Fist back. I think we have a chance to get through the first boss. Now the second boss, I don't know, okay? Because I don't really know what's happening. I gotta think about this one. I think we want to play Consecrate first. I know we're not in the Wrath state. But we want to have enough space to draw. Because we have 10 energy. So maybe like just play a Protect. Draw. We didn't get... Oh, we have 1 way to exit stance. Okay, pop this then. You're doing 60, you're doing 64. Girls, don't fight. There's enough damage to go around. I mean, definitely want to have one of these in your... You might want to have a lot of those in your hand. I could come very close to killing you. Almost feel like you simmer... Why would you simmer on the vault, brother? Why don't you just ruin his life instead? That's a good point. Suppose if you could just win, that's probably the play then, huh? So, like, fill your hand with good stuff, enter a more stable state, and then... I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I mean, that's still 48 damage at the end of the day. Like, he's very upset. But look at my perseverance, man. Look at my protects. Look at my safeties. But we want... I mean, we could just play your non-retains first, see where you stand. Again, if anything, I would actually rather take 2 damage, if you don't mind. If you could somehow get me to take 2 damage, then I would be at a perfect place to heal with meat on the bone. So keep that in mind. I don't necessarily want to be doing the math on that, but there's something to be said. We know we're going to have to play that. We know we're going to want to play these. This is such an amazing opportunity for us to build decks, man. You should be attacking with reckless abandon. But what are you doing? You're doing 54 damage. Any chance I could get to 52? I could get to 46? I think, unfortunately, I gotta not take damage on this turn, which is a crazy thing to be upset by, but... That 12 HP actually could make a ton of difference. So, like, I'm not being insincere when I say, like, it matters a great deal, potentially. So no way to exit Wrath. So what are you doing? You're doing 54. Again, we would like to be at 52. Doesn't one of these do 26? Oh! And then Pen Nib at some point. Beautiful. That's the perfect number, man. Drawer. It's not a great turn to have double damage, but whatever. We'll just build up another one. I'd love to see those. We want to take no damage ever again. Meditate, maybe like more draw back into our hands so that we can hopefully draw Wrath. Save some space. Yeah, there. Okay, now we got to ruin your life. Honestly, you've been asking for it. Good. Okay, first fight done. I can't believe that. I actually feel like there's a chance. Now, it is the timekeeper, but just be cool, okay? First turn, not necessarily ideal here. I'd love to see some good defense. I mean, you gotta play Devil Form. I'm sorry. I wish it weren't so. Like Eagle-Eye Cherry, I wish we could just save tonight, but... It's part of our win condition, man. It has to be done. You need Mental Fortress. 22. Vigilance, Bowling Bash, Flash of Steel. Not as useful. These are not that useful. This is very useful. Okay. It's gonna be tight. I know we got Fairy in a jar, but like this is gonna be some serious work. I think we'll be using Fairy in a jar. Unless we could build our decks up high enough. $32, this does 18. Okay, we actually... of course, I gotta pop 2 miracles here, just to... Or 1 miracle, because I can't be dealing with that on the next turn. That'd be madness. We're gonna draw Meditate in all likelihood. This is the scariest sentence in all likelihood. Okay, welcome. It wasn't guaranteed. I'd like to deceive reality real quick, if you don't mind. You're doing 30 damage. Next turn, I would love to see I'm sure we could use Vault to cheese him, right? But like, I'd love to see like a Deceive Reality. Is that in here? There's a Carve Reality. I guess I'd love to see a Deceive Reality and a Protect, like just in case me. We gotta find a way to do some damage, of course, with the energy we got. The mantra, I'm sad to say, I do think the mantra is gonna be important. I wish I didn't believe that. I'm literally gonna throw you a miracle. So we can hold on to those. Okay. At some point, we gotta do some damage, man. We don't need these anymore. You gotta, I understand the concerns. We gotta dump them, man. You're doing 36 damage. We tank that. Play a slime. Meditate big blockers back into your hand. So what's the game plan here? I don't know. I guess just buff his strength forever. An amazing turn, though. From the perspective of building for our next turn. Get the meditate back, bring back a Carve Reality. Okay, well, we got what? I'm not gonna draw any cards. Okay, what are you doing? 21 times 3? That's heinous. That's horrible for us. We gotta do damage. It's gotta be done. Build your decks. Play your best defense. You're gonna be doing like 60-something damage, man. You gotta play it. I don't want to see that garbage. Are you kidding me, man? Bring back an eruption and geez, you need some block. I think we're cooked. I think we're cooked. That was Fairy in a Jar. I only have 4 cards this time. It was fun, lads. At least make him feel it. Apparition, Vault, anything, man. Okay, well, you know what? We just didn't have the upward pressure on that one. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. That was the closest we've had by far. I fully believe, man. I fully believe. And I'll see you next time.